Now that I've won it, what's the full story behind this thing? How long was it here before you guys listed it the first time?
So that unit was in one of the units that were in the back end of the property before we started the construction back there. And he was going delinquent back there, and then we weren't able to finish the auction process with him because the project manager was like, we need to get this started right now, we can't wait for anything. So we had to move him out of that, transfer him to another unit, and restart the entire rental process over again. So then he went through another like 3 months or so, still couldn't get a hold of the guy. So it was like 6 months total that we had accumulated either rent and delinquency throughout that entire period. And then, yeah, finally when we have it going to auction, it was going for tens of thousands.
Yeah,
And then,
I seen that. I was watching. I was like, "What the hell are they bidding
I've never
on?"
seen them go for that much. The most I'd ever seen before that was like 3,000.
Yeah, that's about average a bigger locker full of stuff.
Right. It's just the problem was that everyone was competing with people that had no intent of paying.
Gotcha.
So-
And that was the whole thing at the end, was they didn't intend to pay. They actually came here and
They rented using the same name. The people that broke into it and won it at auction, they rented a little unit here under the same name that they use of the auction website, just so that they could have access.
oh, all right.
So they must have stolen someone's identity, because if they wanted to keep up the continuity of
Yeah.
being the auction winner from Storage Treasure, who also rented a unit under the name and clearly went directly over that unit just to break into it,
Yeah.
that's either really, really stupid, or they knew what they were doing at this point.
And they came. Do you know the whole video and everything? Was it more of they came with normal hours, or was it late
Yeah,
hours?
they came like 8:45, and we closed at 10.
Oh, all right.
They went over to the unit, they cut open, it took about 10 minutes, they cut it open and left. Then they came back like 15 minutes before it closed, and that's when they spent about 10 minutes going through the unit. And then they came back the next morning, and it's so funny because I just missed them twice. I started getting red flags. I was thinking like, this is probably gonna get broken into. I passed by the unit the night before and it was fine. They came like 15 minutes later.
Ah, so they were actually paying attention.
Yeah, and then I went by the unit the next morning and found it broken into. And they had come by 15 minutes after that. I just went on a quick little bike ride just to check in.
Gotcha.
They came like 15 minutes after. Now, that third trip that they came here, we don't see them get out of the car. They just kind of pull up next to the unit, they spend about 10 minutes there and then leave. So I don't know if they actually got out of the car.
Okay, so that unit hasn't been touched since they last in it the last time. That's how they
We're
left
gonna
it.
have CSI come out.
Yeah.
But they were like, nah. So, yeah.
All right. Well, it is what it is now.
Yeah.
So they were coming back to go through it some more.
I guess so, but I don't think they did, because they were out of here in 10 minutes and we don't see them get out of the car.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. Then that makes me have a better feeling about it. That,
Yeah, I
that
think-
they didn't think they got everything and they came back to try to get more.
Well guys, as you can see, it is locker time. And as you heard from the intro, this unit was selling for thousands and thousands of dollars. Got broke into, and I got it for 100. So that is the secret that you're all here to see. Well, let's see if we could find some stuff in here. This is the unit. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start with this box right here. All we need is something, right? We're not asking for everything. Did they leave us something? So far, no. This hasn't been opened yet, so let's see if there's anything in here. Okay, look at that. Gloves and that. Oh, Jesus. I think it's just paperwork in this. So that seems right. That's the paperwork, gloves, and nothing. Official badges of the Western. That's the paperwork for the badges. There's Caribbean coins. Okay, so this is all the paperwork. Alright. All the information. Looks like if there's any coins in here, they are already taken out. So yeah. Oh no. Coins of Jamaica. Alright, that just gives us some hope. And maybe they didn't get everything. Alright, I'm not expecting a lot. There's a bunch of books. Some older ones. Influence How to Expert It. How to Overcome It. These look more like character analysis. Training your eyes, holding your ground, reading with purpose. Let's go further in depth on these, see what's actually in here. But these are very interesting books. A lot of VHS that look like tapes, VHS. Mostly look like junk. Oh, we got parts in here. Detergent container. Okay, so see this in there. Nice display box. Has all the information, as I've noticed. Another display box. All the information. Like I said, this is another box, nothing in it. Trash. Empty box. Empty display. That's copper. That could be something. Let's look that up. Okay, we got the parts and pieces here that I definitely could make money off of. But full of brand new parts. Alright. Say I paid $100. I'm just looking to make my $100 back. It's kind of spent. Might be worth time. I don't know. I'll check into it. A vacuum. Let's see. Oh, it's the key. Alright, so this is the key to the pistols. So that display case now is definitely worth the money because I can open and lock it as needed to remove the inside velvet part, and this display case turns into a lockable one. So that's worth the money for me. Empty. Another display case. So yeah, it's in great condition. So I pull that velvet part out, and boom, nice little display case. It's like a neck massager, plug in. So I don't know if these guys got anything or this thing was completely empty. It seems everything I pull out here is pretty simple. Brand new pump assembly and bag. Another empty display case. Another empty display case. Another empty display case. Another empty display case with whatever it was, it's now empty. So yeah, I'm wondering if there was anything even in here.
I understand they tried coming back for the second time, but this is very thick face, black heart, Chen Ning Chu, auto science. Another empty, was supposedly historic silver seals. This is actually United Fan collection. Obviously nothing's in it. The box is nice. So that's nice. Another empty binder. Empty. Daily Steps to Power. 1913. Don't know. It says some of these books make my money back. 1980 Moscow. Empty. Nice little phone. Star Trek silver. What do you think, guys? Empty. Norman Rockwell. Empty. Norman Rockwell. Empty. Still has the certs. Case is empty. Life Electricity. Empty. And empty. So I don't know if I actually got stuff out of here or if everything was empty, because some of the stuff looks like they didn't open it, but yet it's empty. Another brand new part. So I think I can make my money back. Air mattress, brand new. It's all empty. Wow. Holy crap. Vent duct. I have a full bag, a brand new vent duct. Brand new bag, a whole bag of them. Not too bad. Binder, empty. Big old. Little broke. Actually, maybe not. Okay, well, this just has an extra piece there. I don't know where that goes to, but it's a nice little display case though. It's empty though, but it's nice. These are inflatable cool stuff. That's obviously trash. Inflatable cool trash. Empty. More parts. Now, I'm wondering if this dude set up this unit. I mean, there is quite a bit of stuff in here. Brand new stuff. Like, I have enough of these vent ducts for like 15 ounces of vent ducts. All brand new, all in the containers. I mean, for $100, it's worth it. Plate porcelain memory training. Wow. 1919 complete course memory training. That might be interesting. And all brand new parts and pieces again. Health, healing, and faith. Empty. That's interesting. Chessboard. No chess pieces. Another brand new tax secrets revealed. You know, because this is just a lot of empty books. Now I know they were in here for 10, 15 minutes. You tell me you emptied out. Well, that's pretty sick. It's supposed to have some trinkets or something in it, but it's obviously empty. That's pretty cool. All right, a couple more pennies. Wheat pennies. All right, so that's kind of interesting. 1953 and 1945. Another brand new part. So he could have, like I said, just set all this stuff in there. Here's another most valuable stamps. And then just had people think they were in there and bid up on empty nothingness. Which, that makes sense to me. Because in 10 minutes, I very much doubt they were able to empty all these books and all these boxes. So my idea is that this was a setup unit from the get-go, because everything is empty in here. And there's a bunch of trash. Whoa, that's strange. More wheat pennies. 58, 56, 46, and 44 again. Yeah, there's a bunch of trash in there. Oh, wow. Look at there, my first coin. What's that interesting? Well, fellas, guess what? 1948 nickel. I might have to dump these bags out and actually go through them. Huh, Magic Eye. It's a pretty decent book. That might sell pretty well. More books. Nothing but books that I have to go through. If anything's worth thing on eBay. If not, it's getting moved and donated. Okay, guys, yeah, I've come up with a conclusion. This unit was set up. See, is a bunch of electric parts, books, parts. This whole clear tote down here, you can see it looks like it's all nothing but parts, books, parts. All the boxes and boxes are empty. There's no way they got in here in 10 minutes and cleared it all out like that. So I'm thinking either they're real quick at what they did, but it don't seem that way because they left all the books when they had a vehicle. I'm kind of confused why they came back when they obviously seen that there was nothing in here. But I do have a bunch of parts I get to sell. A bunch of tools, a bunch of tarps. There is actually a case right there. Let me get to that case. But everything else in here, I have to go through. But all these coin things and trinkets and all that stuff, it's all empty. There ain't nothing in them. But there is a lot of parts and pieces where my $100 will definitely be able to come back to me. I'll be able to sell some of these display cases, but like you got this supporter cable. I mean, stuff in here I have to go through. More parts, brand new pieces. It's full of it. So I'm gonna make my $100 plus some. So this is definitely not a loss to me. It was a loss to the idiots that broke in here and found nothing. But to me, yes, I gotta spend time cleaning it out. But I'll make money. There's no way I won't. Some of these books look interesting. I guess the display cases that are gonna be worth money out there. Yeah, so not bad. I'm okay with this. Let me clean up. Let me load some stuff in my car. If I find anything interesting, I will get back to y'all. But I think that's my outcome here. All right, guys, here's that case I'm seeing. All right, let's Russian. Why does this look like a chemical detector? This is a chemical detector, ain't it? Huh. Let me search this real quick. Wow, okay, well, I was correct. This is actually a radiation detector. Okay, I was a NBC guy in the Army, and this looked familiar, and yeah, this is a Russian radiation detector in case. That was a good little find for my $100 unit. Pretty interesting. Well, let me see if I find anything else. I'll let y'all know. More books. But you find stuff like this reading pacer, and these are the courses that go with it. Check this up on eBay. This whole thing, $50. So I mean, there's $50 back. There's some other older books in here too. Leadership by William Clifford, Volume 2. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff that I have to go through to figure out, but more books over here. A lot of Russian books. More parts and pieces. And we got this old vacuum, which if I can find the bottom part, it might be worth something. I don't know, but I know we found the head part over there earlier, and there's that part, so we just need the bottom part and vacuum's complete. That might sell at a yard sale or something. There's more of the hose, so we pretty much probably have it all, but I have to see. But so far, that right there for sure paid for the unit. That probably put us way in the profit. And all the parts and pieces, I think we definitely made money. Disappointed we didn't find no silver or gold, but I didn't think there was any in here in the first place, so I wasn't too disappointed with that. But for $100, I mean, look at all the stuff I have here, guys, for $100. And empty. All right, good. Cleared out this locker. Now it's time to move on to the next one. Yeah, after second going through all this stuff and everything like that, I don't know if it was actually a setup unit. All I do know is the guys that broke into, I don't think they got much. One being, I don't think there was ever any silver or gold or anything of the trinkets or coins or anything in this locker. I believe the guy probably put all the cases and binders and stuff like that in here because he didn't want to store them all at his house. And he probably had all the coins and stuff, either got rid of them all, traded them all in, or he has them all in a safe. But I don't think there was ever any in this locker. The guy was an appliance repairman. I got his business card, so I know that for a fact that he was an appliance repairman. It is a little sketchy that he put it in one locker, never made a payment after that. They couldn't get in touch with him. They couldn't find him. They couldn't do anything. And then they had to hire a moving place to move it into this locker, which turns it into, it might have not been set up the same way he had it set up over there. So that kind of gives me that it wasn't set up as a scam. It was just the way the movers set it all up, so it ended up looking like that. But something tells me that there was never any coins in here, and the guys that broke in here didn't get much, and that sucks for them. But it worked out for me. I'm going to make a pretty good amount of money. I'd say at least a couple K easy. These are all brand new appliance parts in here, from stoves to AC units to heaters to everything. So I got parts that are $200, sell on eBay every freaking other day for $200. So I'm gonna make out pretty good.
So for me, it's okay. I said I still gotta go through the book, stuff like that, and see what they got. But I know from at least the parts and pieces and all that stuff, all brand new, in box, easy list, easy sell. So that worked out for me. This locker's done. Hopefully we'll get another one sooner or later. If not, pull off some more thrifting videos. But I'll be going through this one for a little while, probably a couple weeks, maybe a couple updates here and there, what it is I found and stuff like that. But for now, that's this locker. Thank y'all for watching, subscribing, and share with your friends. Leave comments. Tell me what you think. Do you think it was a scam? I say it was kind of a toss-up at first but then with the movers moving it and everything, it kind of took that away from me that he didn't set it up this way. The movers did. But did they set it up the same way he had it set up? Because he came here, put it in there, and then just disappeared and never was able to get contact or information. They still haven't been able to get in contact with him. So it's kind of iffy. But I know those dingleberries that broke in here, they didn't get nothing, so it sucks to be them. But that's it. Thank y'all for subscribing, watching the video, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.